Today we're going to cook a Cajun treat. We're going to make chicken etouffee. Now I know normally etouffee is done with seafood, but we got some people with seafood problems in this house. But that ain't going to keep us from having some good Cajun food. You may wonder, etouffee, what the heck is that? Well, etouffee means smothered. And it's different than gumbo. Gumbo is typically stew-like. It is thinner and has a darker roux, also contains sausage. Étouffée typically only contains one protein, which is normally some seafood, but we're going to use chicken today. Also, it has a lighter color roux, where when you're making gumbo, it's going to be the color of coffee with maybe just a dash of cream. The roux we're making today for this étouffée is going to be more like the color of peanut butter. And étouffée is thicker. Another hallmark is the vegetables. In gumbo, cut bigger to where you can see them. In étouffée, they're itty bitty. So let's go on this culinary adventure together. Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So, like almost every other Cajun dish, this contains the trinity, which is onions, peppers, and celery. But they got to be diced small, so that's what we're going to do first. Now, you may already be thinking, oh dear, he's not saying any amounts. That's okay, my dear friends. Down below in the description section is a link to our website where you'll find the full recipe. I'll address the elephant in the room. Why I'm filming this as we approach Halloween. It'll probably end up on YouTube several months later. I stay way ahead on these videos, but yeah. The Halloween, the étouffée, no connection at all. It's just good food anytime. I know quite a few folks that hear Cajun food and they think, oh, it's too spicy. You know, if you're cooking it, you can control that heat level. And that's what we're going to do today. This is going to be a very flavorful meal, maybe a tiny bite, but it is not going to be blow your socks off spicy. If we wanted it to be, we certainly could. You just add more cayenne pepper. The trinity prep is all complete. Now I'm going to get things cleaned up and we'll move on to the chicken. Now on to the chicken. So last night before I went to bed, I busted out my Sweetwater Spice Company Ancho Chipotle Brine, took a cup of that, cup of water, shucked it in a bag, shook it up, and then I added my boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This stuff gives absolute great flavor, and it's great for almost anything, Mexican, Cajun, you name it. Fantastic stuff. All right. We're going to get the chicken thighs out of here, and then we're going to cut those into bite-sized pieces. About like that, about the size of a good set of dice. So I'll get the rest of this chicken cut up, and then we'll join you again for the next step. See you then. Almost time to move to the stove. First thing we're going to do is get the chicken seasoned up. You can use whatever your favorite Cajun seasoning is. Tony Chachere's is a real good choice. Spiceology has a good one. I believe it's called Thunder Dust. What I'm using is Cattleman's Grill Cajun Fusion. So I'm going to mix a couple tablespoons in with our chicken pieces parts here. Get that good mixed in. Try not to sneeze. Wash the paws. Now over at the stove, I have a Mizzen Dutch oven here. Gonna get that on medium-high heat. Gonna add a couple tablespoons of avocado oil and let that heat up until it starts to shimmer. We have achieved shimmering. Now I'm going to brown this chicken in batches till I'm done with it. Don't want to overcrowd the pan. Take your time with this. I'll probably go 5 or 6 minutes per batch, and we're just getting the chicken browned. Now, you do have an option. If you don't want to cut your chicken into bite-sized chunks at the beginning, you can have your whole chicken thigh here, get those browned 3 minutes per side, and then cut it up into bite-sized pieces. I just like doing the bite-sized pieces first, getting all the cutting work out of the way. So, here we go. Chicken's browning away, like I said, about 5 to 6 minutes per batch. So we'll be back when all this is browned up and we're ready to move to the next step. Chicken is just finishing up. Let's get that out of the pan. Now, in the bottom of our Dutch oven right now, we have some incredible fond, which is incredible flavor. We have a little bit of avocado oil left, and we have the delicious rendered fat of those chicken thighs. Now we add an entire stick of butter. I'm going to lower the heat to medium-low. We'll scrape the bottom as best we can. You're not going to get all the fond right now. We'll get it when we add the vegetables, but if you can get some of it up now, go ahead. Now the butter's melted, we're going to slowly stir in our flour. This is making the roux. We're going to continue stirring constantly for about 15 minutes till we get the color of peanut butter. Roux requires patience. It also requires your attention, because if you slop this stuff up on your hand as you're stirring it, it's going to freaking hurt. Trust me, a lot of experience on that. Okay, so I got about 15 minutes of stirring ahead of me. When we return, we'll move on to the next step. We'll see you then. After 15 minutes of stirring, we've achieved that peanut butter color. You just saw that on the previous shot. Now it's time to move on to the next step. In goes the trinity. Now those veggies have a lot of water in it. That's going to allow us to get more of that fond off the bottom of the pot. Not only will it make the person doing dishes much happier with you, but number two, every molecule of that fond is flavor. You want it all.
Damn right.
We're going to cook these veggies for about 8 to 10 minutes and get them good and cooked down and nice and soft before we move on to the next step. So we'll see you then. The trinity's been going about 10 minutes. Now it's time to add the garlic. Measure that by the heart. We're going to stir that in and continue cooking until this is good and fragrant. Now it's time for the chicken broth. We always use better than bouillon. Love this stuff. And we'll add our browning sauce. Now this is another good opportunity to get fond off the bottom, so we're going to do that. Once you feel you have most of the fond off, the chicken and any drippings from it go back in. Now we're going to bring this to a boil, let it come down to a simmer, and let it go for at least 30 minutes for those flavors to meld. If you need to go longer, that's all the better. It's just fine. So I'm going to get my white rice cooking, and when we see you next, it'll be time for judgment. See you then. All right, the etouffee's all done. We have our lovely judge, the director here. We'll find out how we did.
Very good. I like it.
All right, plenty of flavor. And not too much bite. All right, as advertised, there you go. Chicken etouffee. Cajun food doesn't have to be spicy. You can make it spicy, but it doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be.
No.
All right. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Till we see you next time. Fair winds of fall.